This month marks the 25th anniversary of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. So, to put it in perspective, let's say this. Halloween 1 came out in 1978. And then they did Halloween 2, and which John Carpenter was still involved with. And then they obviously did Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, my favorite from the franchise, in 1982. And 80s was probably the biggest movie for horror movies of any of the decades. And to think that they literally got no new Michael Myers movies other than the second one up until number 4. So you went most of the decade, so it had to have been a huge movie when it come out. They got Alan McElroy to do the script, who was only about 27 at the time. And this guy went on to do, he's the creator of the Wrong Turn franchise, wrote the first one in 2003. And I just got done listening to the writer's commentary. He sat down with some loser at HalloweenMovies.com. It's like a total website that like Darnell would waste most of his days spending at. And they totally overanalyzed this whole movie. Like, I've never even seen anyone take this movie as seriously as they did, because it's really not that serious. I mean, 10 years ago, he changed the face of Halloween, and tonight he's back. But it really wasn't even that scary, because it just felt like a Lifetime movie. 4, 5, and 6 all feel like Lifetime movies. I think it's because they were all filmed in, like, Salt Lake, and they all have their own type of feel. And Myers fan loves to point out how everyone in this film is so ugly. And the way what's his name likes to explain it is, oh, these people are so real and relatable, and we didn't want models. And then the guy was like, not to say that they're ugly or whatever, but even though they are. And what else can you say about this? It's like, and then he's like, oh, I wanted relatable characters who aren't, I didn't want stupid teenagers. He wrote this script in 11 days, which he failed to acknowledge. It was totally rushed because of an impending writer's strike. And the story goes is, at this point, John Carpenter was not interested completely with the franchise, and he sold off his rights and the rights to the Michael Myers character to Mustafa Akkad to give the sole rights to him, and obviously ignored it from that point on. And so then they went searching, and they got this guy to write it, who he claims to be a Halloween fanboy. He's like, oh, I went to the first one with my girlfriend in college. And then I got blitzed for the second one. How many stupid characters are this? How about the bartenders? There's like so many stupid moments. Like, you can't even just sit down and like watch this movie from start to finish. You seriously have to get up and do something to interest you, because that's how boring it is. And pathetic it is, because from the point he sat down to write the script, it was always the main character would be a little girl. That is so hard to write a full screenplay where the main character is a little girl, and just following her around is so stupid. I know people are absolute fans of Danielle Harris at this point, but let's be honest, she was like 10, and it's not that interesting. And then like throughout the movie, there's all the characters just do stupid shit, and they just make fun of it on the commentary, even though he's like, oh, I didn't want stupid characters. Even though Brittany, or yeah, the one who babysits Jamie, they're like running upstairs, and she's like, don't come after us, yelling down to Michael Myers, get away. As if that makes any sense. The story goes, Michael Myers survived Halloween 2 and was in a coma. He survived the fire explosion, and so did Loomis. And he hears about, and Jamie is supposed to be, what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. Everyone knows this, but I'm just making the point that it's stupid. Because obviously at that point, Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want anything to do with it. And Is there anything really else to say? Oh wait, then they just mirror the ending with the original of how the curse of Michael Myers is innate through the lineage of the Myers curse. Then they don't even go into Samhain because the writer doesn't know shit about Samhain and he probably didn't even read the books. Yeah, you know, that's what you get. But anyway, let me think if there's anything else stupid. After he shoots him in the mine shaft, he's like, Loomis is like, Michael Myers has gone to hell. And then Darnell's like, no he hasn't, you idiot, he's in a mine shaft. Overall, C-, still just watchable. It's like one of those ones you only throw in around Halloween time just to do shit like throw candy corn at the TV or something if you're bored. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching.